Welcome! This is Mrs. Schlarman, and today we're going to talk about how to make a clay rose. Notice here I have this beautiful glazed and fired ceramic clay rose. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get a chunk of wet clay. So I'm going to take this, and you're going to separate the chunk into two sections. One section is going to be used for petals, the other section for the stem. Then you're going to take that and you're going to start making little spheres. Okay, so I have one sphere and two sphere. Now working with clay is a little bit different than working with like Play-Doh or anything like that. Clay is going to dry and become very brittle. So then after it becomes it's called bone dry. It takes 3 days for the clay to fully become dry. It only takes like 2 hours for the clay to be dry and not workable. So once it becomes bone dry, I put it in my super oven, known as a kiln, and I fire it up to about 2,000 degrees, which is about 4 times as hot as your oven at home. After it's hitting that temperature, it burns off all of the impurities. So like anything that might make it crumble burns off and it becomes like your dishes. So once I have the spheres created, I'm going to take those spheres and I'm going to start smushing them into pancakes. So I'm going to go like this and smush it. You can use your hand to smush them, they're usually a little bit faster. You can use your thumb to smush it down. Okay. You can roll your spheres on the table or in between your hands. So once I've got them all smushed down, then I'm going to start lining them up kind of like in a train. And I kind of want to start with my big ones first, or my little ones first. Okay, so mine are all basically the same size, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm going to kind of stack them up almost to where they're starting to look like a caterpillar. You see how they kind of look like a caterpillar coming in there? And I'm going to kind of push them down on there. Okay, set this guy over, he's getting in my way, I don't want to break my rose. So I've got these coming over, and they look like this big long caterpillar. Then I want to take this extra clay, okay, and I've got quite a bit, so I don't know if I need to use all of it, but I'm going to make a snake so it looks like a stem. Okay, so I just take it and I roll it between my hands. Some people like to roll it on the table. Now notice how I have paper down. You never want to put clay straight on the table, otherwise it will stick to it. So make sure you always have a barrier down to protect and release the clay. Otherwise the clay will get stuck to the table and it'll be a big mess. So once I have my snake, which is really my stem here, got my stem, I'm going to then use a score. So I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to make a little more, I need to push my caterpillar together. Then I'm going to take this little bit of score, which means I just make a little mark in it, down at the bottom. Not the top, just down at the bottom area. Then I'm going to use like a glue. This is called slip. And slip is basically just watered down clay. Why it works as a glue is because the wetter it is, the longer it takes to dry. So these areas will dry slower than the other. Now I'm going to take my stem and I'm going to score it. And then I'm going to slip it. And then now I'm going to start making my rose. So I take it and I kind of squish it and I'm going to roll it. And I'm going to keep rolling it. And I kind of go down a little bit with it's not right on top of it. Notice how it tapers down as it goes through. So I'm going to kind of roll it down. It keeps going down the stem a little bit. Those are my petals. And I'm taking my time and I'm working at it and I'm rolling it around. And you can keep going. And I'm going to keep going. Oh, I need to move it just slightly. I'm running out of room. Okay. And then once I get down to where my flower is there. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that beautiful rose so far. I'm going to take these parts and I'm going to kind of smush them together. So it becomes part of the tree, of this flower, the rose. Okay, now I've got my beautiful rose Okay, it comes up, it's opened up just a little bit. Looks pretty. Okay. I have some extra clay I'm going to use, and I think I'm going to put a stem on it. So I'm going to take that clay, and I'm going to kind of make the shape, flatten it down. And a leaf is really kind of anything you like it looks like. It kind of looks like a triangle to me. And then, of course, if I stick anything to anywhere, I first have to score with the fork, score on the clay, and then I'm going to attach it, and then I'm going to put it on through here. Okay. Alright, got it on there. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty! Okay, so look, you can see how it's going to shrink slightly, just a little bit, when you get it in the oven because of the water evaporating out of it. So I've got my beautiful rose here, and you can see from the inside, you have to be gentle with it because it is delicate right now. You're going to carefully bring it over to me, and I'll be setting it up on the shelf to dry, and you're going to tell me how to spell your name, okay, because I'm a bad speller. And then we're going to put the year in it, and there it's going to set and dry. I'll take it back and put it in my kiln. If you have any extra clay, return it to me, please. And then next time I see you, we'll come in and use the special paint to create the glaze and paint our beautiful flowers. All right, I'll see you soon.